Hey, like my bow tie? Got myself a fancy bow tie going on today. Welcome to the Pearl Wisdom Show, where we do fancy frolic and predictions here. Yes, we do. We do picks for hockey games. If you haven't been here before, we will, in the next little while, talking about what our picks were yesterday. We'll talk about games. We'll talk about some of the news that's happened recently. There was one big fancy news thing that happened just a minute ago. Earlier today. And you can go check out John from Off the Wall Hockey did a video on it. Ralph Krueger gets fired from the Buffalo Sabres. What a schmozzle of an organization that is, my gosh. You saw it coming, though. I mean, how many games can you lose in a row? And Adams was just brought in, so the writing was kind of on the wall, even though Ralph Krueger didn't even hardly get a chance in that organization to do anything. So now Kevin Adams is going to go search for another coach for the Buffalo Sabres. I wonder how difficult that is. Just imagine. I could just hear, like, somebody said today on one of the chat rooms, they said, wonder if Claude Julien would go to Buffalo. I bet you he's already called his agent and said, if they call me, I'm not here. Don't even bother. I don't even It's like the first thing. Oh, no, I am not going there for sure. Hello, who's in the house right now? Who is in the house? So, who else was on there? What other news was there? Oh, there's a whole bunch of trade news going through the wire right now. Talk of Ekholm going to the Boston Bruins for, what was it? Ekholm to the Boston Bruins for DeBrusk and a first. I think I would want more than the first this year, which would be a late first round pick from which would be a late first round pick from the Boston Bruins. I think I'd want a little more than that. I'd be looking more like Zaboral and a first, or DeBrusk and Zaboral or something like that. That would make a lot more sense to me. Yeah, how you doing, Joey? We're just waiting for a couple more people to come in here, and we'll get looking at our picks from yesterday. Uh, so, what do you think, Joey? Okay. First of all, being a Flyers fan, you're going to be interested in this. Apparently, Boston has a offer on the table for Ekholm, who we want, Philadelphia Flyers fans, we want, for DeBrusk and a first round pick. Now, what would we be able to offer for an Ekholm? I'm thinking if they're going to give up DeBrusk, we're going to have to give up. Let me go here. Let's see if they're going to give up DeBrusk and a first. I don't think that's enough. I would want Zaboral and DeBrusk if I was getting rid of Ekholm. There's not too many top four defensemen out there this year, so they should have a lot of leverage. The Nashville. I would say we might have to end up thinking about Konechny. Hey, Hawks fan, how you doing? And Kyle Mercer, how you doing, guys? So, anyways, I think we'd have to give up Konechny in that deal. Konechny and our first. Would you be willing to do that, Joey Serrano, for Ekholm? A top four guy. We so desperately need a top four defenseman there, and I hate to give up Konechny. I really do. But especially when you consider that it's possible we won't even be able to re-sign him. We'll take for anybody. Hawks fan. You would do that? even though it's a rental, because it might only be a rental, right? That's the thing. I think we'd be able to re-sign him. We would re-sign him though. You're all for it. Okay. I think it would be a rental. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I don't know. We need it so bad though. That's the problem. We just need it so bad. We need somebody like that. And I don't think we're going to get Savard from Columbus. I don't think Columbus is going to give up Savard. I doubt it. What? We're talking about the Boston Bruins have apparently offered Nashville Jake DeBrusk and a first-round pick for Ekholm. Yeah, I mean, I would want to talk to Ekholm's agent and see if we can sign him up. So now the Flyers are desperately in need of a guy like Ekholm. Now another team that would be in on this is the Winnipeg Jets. I don't know what they would be able to offer, though. I don't think they've got enough to offer. The only thing about the Winnipeg Jets is they might be able to offer more of a pick. I don't know. And there's probably other teams, too, that would be interested in Ekholm as well. But that's just the rumor right out there. It's pretty heavy rumor right now. If I'm Nashville, I don't really just want the first round pick. This isn't a deep draft this year. I'd be looking more like for Zaboral. Zaboral for sure. So another rumor is Toronto, the Maple Leafs, are willing to give up a top prospect for a rental as well. And apparently, they're looking for somebody in the top 6. And doesn't mind if it's a rental. I would think the first name that comes to mind when saying that is Palmieri from the New Jersey Devils. I wonder if they'd be willing to give up their first. See, with Toronto, the division they're in this year, in the North Division, is actually a little bit easier than normal for them, because they usually have Tampa Bay, Boston, like some pretty solid teams there. Not that Canadian Division doesn't have solid teams, but maybe not quite as solid. And so they're seeing this year as an opportunity to really do some damage. Hey CL, how you doing, buddy? So they're looking at possibly getting a top 6, and they're willing to give up a top prospect. Now, what does that mean? There's been talk like possibly a Mirov from last year's draft. I don't know. I think that's a little... I don't think they're willing to go that far. But Sandin or Liljegren, somebody like that. And they're looking for a top 6 winger, apparently. Or maybe, I don't think center. They're stacked up the middle. So like Granlund from Nashville, Palmieri from Chicago, maybe Bobby Ryan, but that shouldn't cost you that much. Somebody like that. So there's a few rumors that were going on today. CL, we were talking about that. Boston has offered up, apparently, DeBrusk and a first-round pick for Ekholm. Would you be willing to offer up Konechny and a first-round draft pick for Ekholm? Konechny and a first for Ekholm. Now remember, Ekholm, not worth it? Not TK? I don't think we're getting him unless we do. If they're offering up DeBrusque in a first, I don't think we're getting him unless we offer something like that. What else are we going to offer? It's just Ekholm, and that's a rental, unless he can re-sign. If I could re-sign him, I may think about it, because we desperately. Savard, I don't think is leaving Columbus. Like, where else are you going to get a top 4 defenseman for this year? If we don't get one, we're pretty much mailing it in this year, because I don't think we're, even if we make it into the playoffs this year, unless we have a solid top 4, I don't think we got a chance this year. Maybe that's it. Maybe they just figure, this isn't the year this year because the East is so strong. Maybe we just go with what we got, take our draft pick, and try her again next year. I don't know. Okay, well, that was what was going on today. So what we'll do is, we can talk about all this stuff while we're talking about the games. Hey, Hockey News Reports. Wow, we got 6 people in here. That should be a lot of the people that picked yesterday. So we'll give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll go over our picks from yesterday. We'll talk about the games. Did anybody watch the games yesterday? What do we have? Jersey Sabres. Islanders, Capitals. The Bruins and Penguins was an interesting game, wasn't it? Vladar, we'll talk about that. Okay. Yeah, Ducks and Avalanche. We'll definitely be talking about that game. Yeah, I think Hunter Mishka might have seen his last game in the NHL for a while. That was quite the crazy game for sure. Okay, we got enough people in here, so we're going to go talking about, I got you on my chat on my phone. We're going to get into the games, and we're going to talk about who got what, and we're going to give out pearls of wisdom necklaces, and it's going to be so much frolic. Oh, okay. All right, let's go look at. So the first game yesterday was the Devils versus the Sabres, and apparently this was the game that broke the or that did. Just wait, it won't come up again. Why won't it show? I don't like this. Come on, work for me, work for me. There we go. That's all you gotta do is say work for me and it works. Do you like my new bow tie, by the way? Whee! It's fancy. It's fancy. Yeah, they do stop the winning streak. Okay, for the New Jersey game, okay, first of all, we'll go over who had what for this game. Avatar took the Sabres 3-2. Implicit took the Sabres 2-0. Serrano took the Devils 4-2. So close. Kyle! Is he in the house? Is Mercer in the house? Pearls of Wisdom necklace for you, buddy. Kyle took the Devils 3-2. Yo. Heading to you right now. Pearls of Wisdom necklace, Pearlo dance. Dun, 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 dun. I gotta get some music. Dun, 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 dun. I gotta get some music for the background and all that. Oh, good. I'm glad you love my new bow tie. It's pretty fancy. Anyways, Kyle got it. Boom. Nails it 3-2. CL had the Sabres 4-2. Pearlo had the Devils 3-1. Victoria Liu had the Devils 3-1, and Peyton had the Devils 3-0. You were close. You were close. So this was the game that did Ralph Kruger in. Jeff Skinner finally scores a goal. Another goal, gets his second of the year. Playing on a line with Middlestat and Montour. And actually, he hasn't looked bad with Middlestat. Well, I mean, he's looked better. Let's put it that way. Tobias Reeder pots one. I guess losing to New Jersey was the final straw because they're both like the worst teams in that division. This Igor Sharangovich, wow, he's just going to be a beast by the looks of it. He keeps potting him. See, the Sabres outshot the Devils 35-27 last night. I don't know how do you fire a coach when you have no goaltender? You have no goaltender. Oh, don't tell me you're going to do this. My stream not working here? There we go. Yeah, way to go, Kyle. Big hype in there. So you have no goaltender. How do you know how good your coach is when you have no goaltender? You're using this kid Johansson and Hutton. Forget about it. Like, I don't know. Seems weird to me that it's not a weird firing. I'm not there. But all I'm saying is I don't really blame Ralph Kruger much. He had not much to work with. About the only thing I blame him for is taking the job in the first place. Taylor Hall, oh, he got injured last night too. That's right. Taylor Hall took a puck flush in the face last night and came back and played again. He looked pretty brutal. But apparently he was okay. Got stitches and went back at her. You can say whatever you want about him, but the guy's tough. He's not a kid anymore, I guess. The guy is tough. Skinner played 15 minutes. Maybe that's why they fired him. Maybe that's why they fired Ralph Kruger. And the fact that they have a 12-game losing streak going on. Darlene Ristolainen had lots of minutes. New Jersey really didn't play all that well either. They just happened to play, they've outscored them, but they didn't really outplay them. Nothing too, Gusev, only 8 minutes. Like, it's just getting worse and worse for Gusev out there. Ryan Murray's played like 5 games in a row without getting injured. That's pretty impressive. You don't see that too often. Yeah, so that was that game. Oh, Blackwood had a great night, which is something that they were probably all holding their breath for in New Jersey because he went through a little bit of a dip there after his COVID situation. So maybe he's just getting his energy back. It's hard to say. Anyways, Ralph Kruger is no longer in Buffalo. Anybody have any ideas who might be the new coach there? Projo had to cancel for some reason. I don't know why. Backed out at the last second. Who is the new coach for the Sabres? They didn't say. It's just an interim coach, right? They haven't actually said. They're probably going to try to find one. But, like, just imagine every coach in the league is calling their agent right now going, yeah, just say no. Just say no. Just say no. Just say no. It's okay. It's all right. No, I don't. No, I'm good. Thanks. Oh, okay. Check Sportsnet. Okay, let me check that out. They said who the new coach is. Yeah, I'll be the new. I don't want to be the new coach there. I wouldn't have time to do this fine frolic. me see. See what it says here. I'm looking it up. No, it's Don Granato will be the interim coach. Interim coach. So he's going to be the interim coach. He's not the new coach. That's what I thought. A little too soon to be hiring a coach just like that. Which players are going to score more goals in the second half of the season than the first? That's a really good question. I'm going to have to think about that one. I don't even really know, honestly. Yeah, VC was claimed by Vancouver. That doesn't really, I don't know. VC, his hockey IQ is poor. I don't know what, I guess if they trade, they got somebody to put in there if they trade, what's his name, Virtanen, I suppose. But honestly, VC's not that much. What is he playing, like 5 to 7 minutes there? Yeah, yeah, I could use Kevin Adams as a chocolate provider, but that's about it. I don't think I'd want to. I could, if I managed the Buffalo Sabres, I would. The first thing would be gone was Taylor Hall. I would trade Taylor Hall for picks and whatever. I would just say I bought some picks, and then I think I would trade Darlene. Not that I don't like him, but I would try to get more depth in that whole lineup rather than just one player. I think you probably would get a crap load for Darlene. So I would probably trade Darlene, honestly. Get as high a pick as you can in this draft. Try to get a different defenseman or something like that. You know what I did? I just heard about that. What was I just heard about that. The 10 of I didn't see it, honestly. Yes. That's probably what I would do. I'd trade Darlene. You could probably get a ton for him. Somebody would way overpay for Darlene right now. You could probably trade, I don't know where. I'd have to think about that. Tell you what, tomorrow I'll work out a trade for Darlene for Buffalo. And we'll do it live here on the show. So let's get to our next game. You guys can keep on talking about Buffalo Sabres if you want. I'll still talk about them, but we'll go on to our next game anyways. Because there's no rules here at Pearls of Wisdom Industries, you know that. We don't have any rules. Okay, Capitals versus Islanders. First we'll see who gets the Pearls of Wisdom necklace. Susie got a game. Susie got a game for that. Okay, the implicit had the Islanders 5-3. Avatar had Capitals 2-1. CL had Capitals 4-3. Oh my gosh, Kyle again. Kyle Mercer, you, my friend, are going to be weighing down the Perlocopter today. What are you going to do with all these Pearls of Wisdom necklaces meandering around your place, your environment? Holy crap. 3-1 Capitals. Kyle hit it. Serrano had Capitals 4-3. Pearlo had Islanders 3-2. Capitals 5-2 for Victoria Liu. Peyton had Islanders 3-2, and Brack had Islanders 3-2. Wow. Impressive stuff. So, anyways, I think the main thing about this game was Samsonov knocked it out of the park last night. That's something, well, 22 shots on goals, but he still stopped. It was a low shooting game. I thought it was going to be a low scoring game. It was. There was only 22 shots each. Two tired teams. But they got just Washington got more back past Varlamov, right? A little bit surprising that way. Ovechkin scores another one. Okay, you said who's going to score most in the second half? It's a good question. I'm going to say Ovechkin lights it up in the second half. Or did you say who scored the most? Who's going to score the most that didn't in the first half, right? Well, Ovechkin scored in the first half, but not like he normally does. I think he'll go off in the second half. You're happy that the Isles lost? Really? Oliver Wahlstrom did pot one. Backstrom scored another one. TJ Oshie. Yeah, it was pretty much all the best players played the best last night, and that generally works out to a win. So while I'm doing this, I'll try to think of some guys that I think are going to play better in the second half and score more in the second half than they did in the first half. Trevor Van Riemsdyk only played 51 seconds. They played 7 defensemen. I think that's a smart idea. I like the way they do that. Teams are starting to do that on back-to-backs. They'll play 7 defensemen so they have more fresh defensemen. That's not a bad idea. Although Van Riemsdyk only played 51 seconds for some reason. Anybody know why? Maybe he got injured or something. But nobody played really a lot of minutes. Nothing crazy as far as ice time is concerned. Washington just played their normal game and kept her all in flow. Did Pajot play? Yes, he did. JT Pajot did play last night because there was talk him being on they had a COVID issue there, but it turns out he's okay. Kiefer Bellows had 6 hits last night. Woo, awesome. And Clutterbuck had 6 hits. But for the most part, yeah, Islanders lose their streak. Washington keeps on their streak. They were on a streak as well. I'm sure the Islanders will come back. But you got to really be impressed with what this Washington team. They are clicking on all cylinders right now. Laviolette has them rolling. That was a place where, Washington used to be, is normally a not very good being tired. They're not a very good back-to-back team. And it's good to see Peter Laviolette. It seems he has a tendency to be able to get the best out of his players in those situations. Over time, he annoys you, but in the early going, in the first 2 years, Laviolette usually flies pretty good with teams, and he's getting a lot out of them this time. Tom Wilson, of course, wasn't playing because of his suspension, but not a bad game overall. Did anybody watch that game out there? Was anybody watching that game? Anyone? No doubt, eh? Yeah, he's an intense dude. He used to play. You'd never know it. He's so overweight. It's crazy. Guy likes his pizza or something, man. He's an overweight dude. He looks like he's lost a few though this year. It's good because I'm worried about that guy's heart. His intensity is insane. And then being overweight on top of it, probably not a good combination. Okay. Well, then the other big game yesterday, I believe Off the Wall was doing this game. No, or was he? No, he had a day off yesterday. He took a day off. Big game, Bruins versus Penguins. First, we'll look at who had what score. Now, if you get another one here, Kyle, in a row, you're gonna be up in the Pearlo Hall of Fame. There's never been somebody get 3 games in a row on the right. He did do the Penguins live yesterday. I don't know why I can't remember last night, but can't. Vladar was the story last night. Looked really good. Put up huge numbers in the AHL. Okay, we'll talk about it in a second. First, Avatar had Bruins 4-2. Serrano had Bruins 4-3. So we got a lot of people picking the Bruins. Implicit had the Penguins 4-1. Mercer had the Penguins 5-2. Okay, there goes your, Hall of Fame. I know. Now you're going to go into the Hall of Fame for that feat. You're not going to go in the Hall of Fame like in the Hall of Fame. You're just a freshman. You're just a rookie right now. So, you got to put in a lot more years before you get in the Pearlo Hall of Fame than that. But nobody has ever had 3 in a row bang on, and you didn't this time. You failed, sir. You failed. Mercer had 5-2 Penguins, so there goes that. Victoria Liu had Penguins 5-2, who I think is per Mercer, isn't it? Peyton had Penguins 4-1. A lot of Penguins. I had Penguins 3-2 in overtime. And that was it. That's all we had there. But, okay, I had something to do last night. I was celebrating 2 years of sobriety last night. It's pretty cool. So I went to an East Indian restaurant, and I missed some of these games. But did you guys watch that game with John last night? I came home and did see some of it, though. It was a tough game. It was a close game, super close game. It was exactly as we figured it would be. It could have went either way. Trent Frederic. You know what? I'm going to send Trent Frederic a Pearls of Wisdom necklace today. Just imagine his surprise when he finds out. I'm going to send him one. He got the game-winning goal last night, and he's one of the finest in the land. I love Trent Frederic. Willing to drop him at any time. He's got some scoring upside. I love him. He's my favorite. He's one of my favorite players in the land. It's too bad he has to play for Boston, but that's all right. From Zaboral. Oh, that's right. It was with Peyton. I did see that last night. That was last night. Peyton is awesome, isn't he? Peyton is freaking awesome, man. I love Peyton on the radio. Go check out his channel. It's great. And they're all part of the Steel Flyers network, as you guys know. So I think John or Peyton should be coming on the next 2 days, either that or Steel. Zaboral and Bergeron. But what a back and forth game this was. Now, we were talking earlier, I don't know if you guys heard this, but it's rumored that Jake DeBrusk in a first has been offered to Nashville for Ekholm. And that would be an awesome trade for them to bring in somebody like that. Connor Clifton is okay, but he's not really the guy you want. Tenorti being out. Apparently, I guess Carlo could be out for a while. But that would really solidify their back end. And they need it. They need it. They're having a tough go with these young guys in the lineup like this. So that's the rumor. Now I wondered, would they ever have had to do that if they didn't let Chara go? But that being said, Ekholm is younger. He can be with the team longer if they can re-sign him. That would be interesting if that were to happen. As far as the Penguins are concerned, Brandon Tanev had 15 minutes of penalties last night. That's why he only played 8 minutes. Kapanen's looking good on that line with Malkin, but last night they just couldn't pull it out. Malkin only had 3 minutes. Malkin got injured last night too. That's not good. That is not good for Pittsburgh. Maybe now Pittsburgh is in trouble. They've got an easier schedule in the second half. Okay, so the question is, who's going to score more goals? I think here's a good team to look at for that. I think Kapanen is going to score more in the second half than they did in the first. That's my guess here. That was a good question. I'm going to try to do that for all the teams. You would think that maybe Pittsburgh would be in the running for Ekholm too. They could really use some more defense help there. Okay, let's go to our next game. Oh, here's one. Maybe somebody... did somebody get something on this one? We have the Red Wings versus the Hurricanes. And I think we're getting to the point now where we might be able to say that Detroit is a good team now. Is that possible? Did they win 3 in a row, or will they just beat Tampa and the Red Wings? But the main reason is freaking Bernier. Bernier. Holy crap. He stopped 35 of 37 last night. I watched some of that game last night. He was just stopping everything. Carolina definitely outplayed them in that game. They definitely should have won that game. But like we've been saying over and over again, they need a goaltender. So maybe Mr. Carolina, Mr. Hurricane, Mr. What's his name? Waters? No. What the heck is the Caroline's general manager's name now? Anyways, they got to call up Detroit, get Bernier. Swap goaltenders there. Say, we'll give you Reimer. You take Bernier. I think, did Reimer play in Detroit? I think he did for a while already. No, the general manager. I can't remember the general manager's name. It starts with a W, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, yeah, they all played them. First of all, let's look at the scores, I guess. Victoria Liu had the Canes 4-1. Implicit had the Wings 3-2. Implicit. Are you in the house? So close. The only one that took the Wings and one off. That would be a limited edition signed Pearls of Wisdom necklace, I think. That would have to be. If you were to nail that score. Wow, that's Waddell. Don Waddell. Thank you very much. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Don Waddell, that's right. Okay. Where's the scores? Scores, right? No. Here. Okay. Yeah, that was close. That was really close. CL had Canes 3-0. Avatar had Canes 3-1. Mercer had Canes 4-1. Serrano had Canes 4-2, and Pearlo also had the Canes 4-1. Anyways, yeah, Canes should not have lost that game. It's just Bernier, pretty much. Adam Erne starts scoring for Detroit. I always thought that guy had some offensive upside. Yeah, Erne, Zadina, and Larkin line has looked really good. Zadina's starting to come along. Detroit's getting closer and closer to being a team for sure. There's no doubt about it. That's probably a good team to look at about who's going to score more in the second half. I think Mantha has better start scoring more in the second half. He's going to need to start scoring more. A lot of these, I think Detroit will have even better second half. Zadina, look at Zadina to score a lot more. He looks physically more mature now. Oh yeah, right. I did it again. You see my background there? That's got to be annoying for you guys. Turn off my window capture. There we go. Okay. So yeah, there's a couple guys I think will score more in the second half. Tell me in the comment section who you think is going to score more in the second half. that, I mean, because none of the Detroit Red Wings scored much in the second half. So I'm going to say Zadina would be a big one. As far as Carolina, everybody scored well in the second half, pretty much. However, I'm going to say Nietzsche's, but mostly that's because he was injured for a while. I think Nietzsche's is going to keep on putting up points in the second half. Warren Fogle, I think, did he get injured or did he do something to get... Yeah, he got injured last night, Warren Fogle, for Carolina. That hurts. Jacket, how you doing, buddy? Welcome, Jacket. So, now we will go to the next game. And that would be the Wild and the Coyote. I can't say Coyotes without going Wily Coyote. Super genius. Now, if you don't know what that is, you'll have to look it up. You might be a little young to know what that is. But that was Wile E. Coyote from the Bugs Bunny and all of that. And I love that show. Maybe Svechnikov heats up in Detroit. I agree. He looks like he's getting better. Finally starting to live up to his first round pick credibility there for sure. That's a good one, buddy. That is a good one. Yeah, Aho did have a slow start. There's a good one too. I imagine he'll pick it up for sure. You were close this game? Okay, let's look. So Coyotes and the Wild. The Coyotes are just fantastic. Oh, nice. 16 first period yesterday. Wow. Okay. So, Victoria Liu had the Wild 5-1. Avatar had the Wild 5-2. Mercer was close. Holy man, you're on fire yesterday, Mercer. 3-1. So close. CL, Wild 5-2. Serrano, Wild 4-2. Peyton had the Wild 3-2. Implicit did have the shutout, but it was 5-0. And I was just as close as you, Mercer. I had the Wild 3-1. To say about this game, I watched this game. It could have been worse. Thank God for Aiden Hill. Because although the shots looked like not too far away, actually the Coyotes outshot the Wild. The Wild easily outchanced the Coyotes. Like their shots were... Most of their shots were scoring chances, and Aiden Hill pretty much shut her down. So players that will score more in the second half for Arizona and Minnesota, I don't think any player is going to score more in the second half for Arizona. I think everybody's going to go downhill here. If I had to pick someone, maybe Kajula might come around finally and become what they thought he was going to be in college, but he did play 17 minutes last night. He would be my pick because I think for the most part, the players that have scored, maybe Keller goes off. We're still waiting for him to really be, but Dvorak has played better already. I don't think he's going to get any more than that. I think Chychrun will probably keep on putting up points. Jalmerson played last night. I thought he was injured. That's weird. Huh. As far as the Minnesota Wild, who's going to score more? They have so many people scoring now so much, I don't know who would score more in the second half. Maybe Victor Rask has already, been doing very well. I think he'll keep on going like that. Maybe even score more. He's really got on a line with, what is he, with Kaprizov and Greenway or something like that. Anyways, they produced quite a bit. He's produced quite a bit more than expected for sure. Yeah. Who else? Any crazy minute stuff? Susie got a 10-minute last night. He also got a game suspension. So won't hurt him too badly. They should be able to fill that hole all right. But there's that. All right. Parise only played 10 minutes last night. So, wow. 10 minutes. He was a healthy scratch a little while ago, and now he only plays 10 minutes last night. The body's falling apart for Parise, I think. Okay. Next game. Next game is Lightning versus the Stars, and this Lightning team ticks me off. I watched that game. The Lightning played well last night. Why couldn't they play like that against Nashville? I don't know. Detroit? I don't know. They play on a back-to-back against the Dallas Stars, and all of a sudden they play a good game. Maybe after they shake things up here, they'll get another win. I don't know, bud. I can't find a spot for the Sabres at all. But we'll see. What does everybody have here? Okay. Avatar took the Bolts 4-1. Victoria Liu took the Bolts 5-2. And the score was 5-3, right? 4-3. 4-3. Peyton took the Stars 2-1. Seattle took the Bolts 4-2. So close. Serrano was 5-3. Mercer was close again, 3-2. And I took the Stars 3-2. The big thing about this game was that young kid for the Stars played fantastic. Ottinger stopped 29 of 31. They got a decision on their hands there in Dallas if Bishop ever comes back. This kid is outplaying Hudobin. He looks a lot like, yeah, they got a big decision on what they're going to do with their goaltenders. That's the thing. I don't know if Bishop's really tradable right away. He's got to show that he can not be injured. I think Hudobin would have to be the one that's traded. Now, the question is, did he, because knowing Hudobin, he put a no-trade clause in that contract. I'm going to guess here. Let's look it up. Let's look it up, shall we? That's what I was thinking. Like, what are they going to do? That kid is freaking flying. He's their future. For sure, they're going to have to do something. I don't know who's going to take Bishop. He's got a large contract, and I think he's going to have to prove that he can play and not be injured. Let's see, Hudobin, contract. Hudobin's contract. Yeah, he's got moderate, no. Oh, he's only got a 4-team no trade clause. Yeah, I think you got to trade Hudobin. I think you have no choice. Also, apparently he pissed off Rick Bowness earlier, and it doesn't look like everything's mended on whatever happened. Might have to buy Bishop, possibly, I suppose. I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll just hope he's okay, and they'll trade Hudobin. That would be my guess. But it is interesting. Now, we'll talk about players that didn't score earlier. I love that question, by the way, whoever it was. Players that didn't score are going to have a better second half than the first. There's a lot of players on Tampa you could put on that list. Braden Point scored his 11 last night. Matthew Joseph. Watch Matthew Joseph. He has scored 7 already this year. I think he's going to get even more ice time on the second half because they got to give him a good look. Tampa's again going to be in cap situation next year, and they're going to have to be looking at trading guys like Alex Killorn, maybe Yanni Gord. And Matthew Joyce Joseph would be definitely the one in line to do that. So if I'm going to take a guy that may even score more than he already has for Tampa, I'm going to say Matthew Joseph. I think just because I think he's going to get a lot more of a chance to play in the second half. Yeah. So what do you guys think there? Night. Oh, you like that? It's my brand new spanking bow. Lovely, isn't it? Lovely. Dallas, the whole team. The whole team to score more in the second half, like except for maybe Pavelski. But everybody needs to score more on this team. But I think Radulov has been injured, so that can't really say that. Dickinson, watch for Dickinson to keep on rolling. I think it's possible, both of those things. Yeah, I think it's possible. Hey, Michael Irish, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, my friend. Much appreciated you coming in here, all of you guys. I really do appreciate you coming in here every day. Makes me feel all special in the insides, you know. Do I think Tyler Johnson would be a pickup by the Kraken? I think Tampa would have to give up a pick for that for sure. I think you're going to see the Kraken do a lot of that, though. They're going to pick up players and with try to get a first attached to it as much as they can. I don't think they're going to do what Vegas did and go for a whole bunch of veterans and try to win the cup right away. I think the Sens could pick him up, possibly, because he's great in the room. That's the reason why he's been in Tampa for a long time. Ottawa does make sense there. But again, they're going to have to give up a pick with Johnson to get rid of him because they're doing them a favor to do that, right? Hey, Avatar in the house. That's for you, Avatar. You just got the ba song, my friend. Consider yourself pretty fortunate. I don't do that for just about anybody. Actually, I do that for everybody, but I do that out to the bus before. Ba 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 ba. Just go out to the bus and do that every once in a while. Okay, so what do we got? I guess that's it for that game. I didn't even talk about the game. Dallas played well. Tampa Bay played better. Really did play better. It just ticked me off. I took Dallas because I'm just mad at Tampa for losing that game against Nashville. Cannot believe that. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Anytime, just ask me. As long as I'm not napping, I'll do that for you anytime. Okay, let's go to the next game. We got like 7 minutes and then we'll go to... Okay. We got one more game. Oh, shoot. Tuesday. Come on. Okay. Yeah. I don't think anybody got this score right. I'm going to take a lucky stab here and say that nobody got this score right. Shootout with Grubauer. Yeah. They had to put Grubauer in because Mishka couldn't stop pucks. Mishka couldn't stop pucks. That might be the last game he plays in the NHL for a while. That was pretty bad. But man, dude, the Ducks look bad, eh? Like the Avalanche just said, "Oh well, it's just the Ducks. We'll just pound them into the ground and destroy them." Ducks look really bad. They need some guys back from injury super, super bad. I had Avalanche PL and the over here, so I was very happy. But, okay. I don't think anybody had 8-4, but we'll go through the scores anyways. Avatar had the... No, I gotta go here. Avatar had the Avs 2-0. Mercer had the Avs 4-1. Peyton had the Avs 4-2. Serrano had the Avs 3-2. Brack had the Ducks 4-3, and CL had the Avs 5-2. CL was the closest. So we'll go over this game. I mean, Burakovsky potted 2, or did he get a hat trick last night? There was just goals for days. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare got the empty netter, and then Saad scored right after that. McKinnon, Nazem Kadri scored his 9th. Rantanen with his 14th. Derek Grant got his first. Didn't matter, but he did. Danton Heinen scored a goal, which they really need Danton Heinen scoring. Troy Terry got one. Zegras had a breakaway. Almost got his first goal in his career. Zegras almost scored the first goal of his career. Had a nice move, but Grubauer put it away. Fortunately, they brought Grubauer in after, I think, Mishka let 4 goals in on 7 shots. And then Columbus, as soon as Grubauer was in net, Colorado just said, that's it, we're taking over. And they did, and they really destroyed Nashville, actually. It wasn't even much of a game. So if you're asking me now, we're talking about players that'll score more in the second half than they did in the first. I suppose you go with Zegras in Anaheim. You have to figure he's going to score more now that he's pretty much got a spot. Besides that, I don't know. Nobody really. I think the Ducks are screwed. They're just going to be trading away players like crazy, getting as many draft picks as they can. And let's face it, they're rebuilding. Hey, Griffcat Gaming, how you doing? Griffcat Gaming in the house. As far as Colorado, I think their whole team will score more in the second half. Like a lot of their players will, because they just had a very up and down first half, mostly because of COVID situation, injuries. They're still without Bowen, Byram, and McCarr. But Ranouf, who has been playing the last couple games and was a -3 last night, was put on waivers. So I'm thinking that has something to do with somebody coming back off of injury. Let me take a look here. Let me look. Doesn't say anybody came off of injury, so I don't know who they're going to fill that spot with. But they did put Renouf off on waivers, so he's going down. Maybe they're going to give somebody else a shot. I don't know. I would have to think so. But Anaheim is done. Okay, so yeah, I think everybody. Landeskog will probably score more. Kadri maybe not. But I think the whole team will score more. If I had to pick one, I'd still say Nichushkin. I think Nichushkin is going to be a Seattle Kraken. Unless they can find a way to give up a pick to give him Donskoy or something like that. But if I'm Seattle, I am all over Nichushkin. I want him on my team. Big, solid speed, can score. But Colorado probably won't give him up for a fight. They'll probably try to give him Donskoy and a pick so they don't take him or something like that. Yeah. Well, Byram is supposed to come back now. Okay, that could be it. Colorado in the second half, I'm saying it here, they're going to light it up in the second half. I think they're going to light it up big time in the second half. Okay, that was our picks from last night. We're going to do our picks for tonight when we come back. We're going to take a word from our sponsor. And if you have any If you have any dogs out there, you might want to check this out. It's the coolest place in the land. My wife and I want to get a dog, and one of the reasons why we want to is to take them to where I'm about to show you now. Here is a word from our sponsor. It's one of the coolest sponsors ever. Check it out. Be back in 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, bye.
From the Steel Flyers All Sports Network, and we have two very special guests. We are delighted to be joined by Tracy Musser and Nicole Howard from the Canine Country Club Resorts. Tracy and Nicole are both managers for CCC Resorts and work at the Windsor or at the club, one of two locations both in Manheim, Pennsylvania. Congratulations on your 30th year anniversary of being in business. Let me start off by saying this. Steel Flyer stands behind this company 100%. Taking care of Steel Flyer's furry friend for the last 2 years now, and they are a one-stop shop for everything your furry friend needs. In fact, let's find out what our friends at CCC Resorts offer. Nicole, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. What are some of the great boarding services that you guys offer, and what do we have to do in order to get our furry friends taken care of when we are unable to travel with them?
Well, we like to bring everybody in for a tour first. That way they can see the behind the scenes, they can see where they stay, they can see where they play, and then we explain all of the fun things that we can add on to their reservation, whether it be one of our packages, either a nature walk, a ball time, or even a cuddle time.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. Boy, it sure sounds like a resort to me. So how are you today, Tracy?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Tracy, tell me, is it true that you guys have both an indoor and an outdoor pool at the Windsor location?
It is true. We've got one of each, so we're able to offer year-round swimming. The indoor pool is a great option for dogs who are swimming for therapy or rehab. It's got that sloped entry so they can wade into the water. Our outdoor pool is a little bit larger, and it's 4 foot deep the whole way across. And both of them are saltwater pools, so it's really easy on the dog's skin and coat.
Wow, that's very awesome. So then during the summer months, you have a much deeper pool outside and then a sloped entry shallow pool indoors for the dogs. Tracy, tell the folks how we can get some pool time.
Well, the first thing everyone does is come for an intro swim. We use that time to make sure the dog is comfortable in the water. We make sure they know how to get out of the pool safely, and we go over all the pool rules and etiquette with the clients as well. After that, they're able to schedule private appointments where they have the pool to themselves, or they can invite friends and have a whole group swim going on.
So after a dip in the pool, then it would have to be off to the groomers, right? I mean, our furry friends cannot go out looking their best. Nicole, what are some of the great services your top-notch groomers provide?
Our groomers, they specialize in full service grooms. We can do the basics, whether it be just a bath and a brush out or a blowout. Or for the extra pampered pooches, we can do nail dremels, we can do deodorizing soaks, and also facials.
Wow, man, that sounds like a resort if you ask me. Tracy, I know one of the main programs here at CCC Resorts is the WAGS program. The Steel Flyers dog is enrolled in this program. So why don't you tell the folks what is involved in this and how they can get enrolled?
Yeah, the WAGS program is our primary daycare option at the Windsor. It's designed to be a structured program for people who are looking for a set routine for their dog. They all come on the same days each week, which allows them to have set friends, and we know exactly what's going on with each group. So we do a little bit more activities, and we build more into their daily routine there. But we've got other daycare options as well for people looking for a little less commitment. We do an hourly care where you can drop them off and just pay by the hour. We also do a day stay option, which is great for the dogs that prefer human friends instead of making friends with other dogs. And then we have a traditional daycare option as well if you're looking for the occasional outing for your dog.
Wow, there you have it. A full service groomer, a daycare program, and an indoor and outdoor pool. What more could you ask for? Sure seems like CCC Resorts has everything covered. Remember, DOG, depend on God.
Hello, everybody. We are back. Back to the frolic we are now. Hope you enjoyed. See what I told you? If you have dogs, coolest thing, man. Got to check it out. All right, glad to see everybody stuck around. Oh, Griff, you have to go. That's unfortunate. Okay, we are going to the favorite time in the land right now, right? We're going to be doing our picks for tomorrow, everybody. Get your duotangs out. Do you even know what duotangs are? We used to call them duotangs. Get all your study and your journals and all your study material and your protractors and rulers and all of that, and we're gonna do your picks. We're gonna do your picks. Woo! All right, Helen is stitching together your knitting your. Okay, no, that's all right. You don't need to say sorry. You don't need to say sorry. It's your loss. You're missing out on the finest. Yeah, I love this part of the show too. I get very giddy. I talk about it with my wife all night. She gets mad at me. But, okay. Let's calm down, she says. No, you can't calm down. It's fantastic. It's the finest show in the land. You got to come see it. Okay, let's get to the games for tomorrow. The games for tomorrow. Today. Games for today is what we're doing. Okay, so the first thing we got the Canucks. We'll cross that one out, and we're going to say Wednesday's games. And we got the Canucks versus the Senators. Canucks versus the Senators. Starting goaltenders. Oh, I got to get you up on the screen here so I can. You gotta have, yeah, well, if you don't need a protractor, don't judge those of us that do. Okay, starting goaltenders. Joey Decord is likely, as long as he doesn't have a heart attack. Thatcher Demko in for the Canucks. Canucks are a second game on a road trip. They played Ottawa just recently. Barely won the last game. Injuries? Any injuries that I'm not aware of yet? I don't think there's any major injuries going on with Vancouver here, if I remember correctly. Beagle, Roussel, Elias Pettersson is still out. Beagle and Roussel actually would be really good guys to have in the lineup against Ottawa. They're a pretty tough team. Murray is still out, I believe. Yes, because the cord will be in. And Stepan and Holmberg. So, okay, let's go check out what you guys got. I'm all excited to find out. Okay. Look at your last comment. Implicit, look at your last comment. Where was that? Who fits better with the Islanders? Raquel, Hall, Palmieri, Forsberg, Arvidsson, or Laine? Oh, well, that's like pretty, because you're not getting Laine. Maybe Arvidsson. Palmieri, but I don't know if they're going to want to give up that much. I would say Hall, actually. I think if Hall was going to go anywhere, I think the Island would be the place. However, I don't know how they would work it out for. I don't know how they would work it out for salary cap. That would be the problem. But I think Hall would actually work really well in the Island. It'd be interesting to see what he would do with a Barry Trotz type thing. But anyways, I gotta do my work here. Hockey News reports does 2-0. Has 2-0. Or sorry, has Canucks 2-0. Is that the first one? I think so. Jacket has Van 4-2. Ooh, Joey Serrano has Ottawa The Sens, look at you going off the board. 3-2. Implicit Ottawa. 3-2. Implicit has Ottawa. Wow, we're getting some Ottawa guys here. Sens. What did you say, Implicit? 4-2, was it? And Mercer has Senators 3-2 too. Since Mercer wants to share, that's why he took the same one as the other one, because he doesn't want to get greedy with all the Pearls of Wisdom necklaces he got today. CL's taking Sens 2-1. Irish is, wow, everybody's all over Ottawa today. What? 4-1 Sens. Am I missing anybody? Avatar has 2-1 Canucks. Oh, Victoria's in the house now? Yes, how you doing, Victoria? Victoria has Vancouver 3-1. Victoria took mine. Vancouver 3-1. I have that. I want Vancouver 3-1. So I'm going to say the heck. 3-2. I'll say 3-2 Vancouver. Just because I don't want to take your thunder there, Victoria. You should be sorry you came late, Victoria. I don't know what we'll do about that. We'll have to come up with some sort of punishment, I guess. But whatever. You obviously had more important things to do. I don't know what could possibly be more important than being on the Pearlo show, but must have been something. Maybe somebody died or something. I don't know. I'm kidding, Victoria. I'm kidding. I'm very kidding. Thank you for coming in. And if any new people here, what we're doing is you take a game. We're going to do the games. You're going to tell me what the scores are. And then if you win, you can get a Pearls of Wisdom necklace. We had not Joey. Mercer had 2 Pearls of Wisdom necklaces. I got to get 2 Pearlocopters on the go here to go bring him that Pearls of Wisdom necklace. Okay, next game. I don't know if I got room here. I'm going to try it here. Let's go next game. What's the next game? Flyers versus Rangers. This will be a hum-dum-dinger. I know Panarin's back, but Adam Fox is injured for the Rangers. And Buchnevich is also injured for the Rangers. Georgiev is, Shesterkin's still not back, so Georgiev is going to be in. And the Flyers, I don't think they've said who the Flyers are going to be. It's projected Carter Hart, but I have a feeling it's going to be Elliott. As far as schedule is concerned, they've been playing each other. Philadelphia's been on the road for a bit. Oh, I'm getting lazy. All I got to do is go back 1 week and I can tell you. They've had pretty much the same schedule. Yeah, almost exactly the same schedule. So almost exactly. So they should be equally the same energy levels as far as physical stuff is concerned and all that kind of stuff like that. Flyers injury. Flyers are healthy. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm going to put it here? Flyers versus Rangers. Rangers are trash. Oh, I got to go way up here. We got lots of people. Victoria has. Where did I lose you? Flyers 5-2. Implicit. Holy smokes. Who implicit hates the Rangers, I'm pretty sure. Flyers 7-1, because since he's an Islanders fan, that's what he's supposed to do. Jacket has the Flyers 4-3. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. I got to go down here. Wow, I got so many people in here. Avatar has the Flyers 4-1. Serrano has the Flyers 3-2. Wow, Mercer's going low here. Flyers 2-1. Wow. Irish has Flyers 5-2. CL has a Flyers 6-2, of course, being a Flyers fan. And Pearlo has the Flyers 5-3. I'm going to say 5-3. Everybody took the Flyers. Who's saying that who's a waste of money? Yeah, Hjalmarsson would be good for the Islanders too, but there's going to be a lot of teams lining up for Hjalmarsson this year. Yeah. Hockey News Reports. Oh, shoot. I didn't even get you in here. Hockey News Reports has Flyers 4-3. Okay, if you're new here, we got lots of people in the chat here. So if you're new here, all you got to do is when we're doing games, just tell us who you think's going to win and what the score is going to be. If you get it right on, you get a fabulous prize. Pearlo Wisdom Necklace, helicopter to your door. I gotcha. Hockey News Reports. I gotcha. Ulysses is in the house. I got to get some fresh paper out now because Ulysses is in the house. Welcome, Ulysses. Thanks for coming in. Much appreciated that you come in and show yourself. Glad to have you, my friend. Glad to have you. Oh, Ulysses. Okay, I'll give you that one, Ulysses. You almost didn't get in time, sir. Ulysses. Flyers 4-3. There we go. Okay, let's go on to the next game, shall we? Scores. The next game we're looking at, a tough one. Tough one. Two solid teams here. Canadians versus the Jets. Okay, so we got the Toffoli scoring like crazy Jets, or Canadians, I mean. Starting goaltenders looks like Carey Price versus Connor Hellebuck. Carey Price is back sporting a 2.59, 9.09. He's been playing better as of late. Hellebuck is 282.910 save percentage. This is on a back-to-back. Winnipeg's on the front part of a back-to-back. As far as injuries are concerned, I think. Oh, yeah. Montreal only has one, but it's big. It's Sherratt. Sherratt is out, and I think that's pretty big for them. Nathan Beaulieu is out for Winnipeg, and that's actually pretty big for them because they don't really have like the very much depth on D. So interesting. We'll see what you guys got on that. As far as travel, Montreal is probably the more tired team. They're playing more. They played more on the road now. Uh, Winnipeg was the first game back off a road trip last game, so they should have their feet on the ground a little more this game. Be interesting to see what everybody's got for this game. Okay, Ulysses is in real quick. Comes into the program and is lining himself up right away. He's got Habs 3-2. Victoria has Canadians 4-1. Habs 4-1. Avatar has the Jets 3-2. Jacket has the Jets 3-2. Mercer has the Jets 3-2. Wow. Everybody, that's going to be, wow, that's going to be tough to split that Pearls of Wisdom necklace up like that, but we'll figure out a way if it ever happens. Jets 6-4 for CL. Irish has Habs 4-3. What? Irish has Habs 4-3 in OT. Going for the extra juice. Hockey News reports. What? You're not taking your Habs? Holy crap. What, are you kidding me? 4-2 Jets. Wow. Holy crap. Hockey News reports is not taking his Habs. Wow. Serrano has the Habs 4-3. Yeah. And Pearlo is going to go with the Jets. Just going to go with the Jets. Four three. The Jets 4-3. I got the Jets 4-3. That's awesome. You're taking this seriously, going against your team. That's what you should be doing. There's a lot at stake here. You know. I should get a Pearlo bobblehead. Hey? That would be cool. Get a Pearlo bobblehead. You gotta do that sometime. Somebody make one up for me. Pearlo bobblehead. That would be... If you could just go ahead and make me a bobblehead, if you could just go ahead and do that, I'm going to have to ask you to go ahead and make a Pearlo bobblehead. That would be great. Yes. Pearls of Wisdom necklaces are very rare, although you can buy them in any store anywhere ever that sells things. Besides that, they're very rare. Okay, let's go to... How many games? Oh, we're going to have lots of time left over. We're going to have some Frolic after this, my friends. We're going to have lots of time left over today. Sharks versus Golden Knights. I might even be able to let everybody pick their other... I'll leave lots of room here because we might have some new people come in. Sharks versus Golden Knights. Starting goaltenders. I heard that a rumor, yes, Marc-Andre Fleury and Devin Dubnyk. Devin Dubnyk's been rocking. He brings in a 2.95 and a .908. Marc-Andre Fleury's got the Vezina-like numbers. A 15, 5 and 0 with a 1.77 and a 9.36. Oh, the Battle of Alberta. Okay, we'll do this one and then we'll do that. How did I miss that? That's later. I didn't miss it. It's coming. It's coming. But anyways, the Golden Knights. Golden Knights, yeah. The Sharks are on a small road trip. The Golden Knights last game was their first game back from a long road trip. And now they should be a little bit more settled. As far as injuries, Peter Angelo's still out for the Knights. The Sharks don't have any real significant injuries. So let's see what we got here. Hockey News reports. Hockey News reports goes with 5-4 Vegas Knights. 5-4 Knights. Yes, we will do avatars. We will do a Battle of Alberta. 4-0 Knights for Avatar. All right. Well, I'll do Blues when we get to the Blues. We haven't got to the Blues yet. Ulysses has Vegas 4-1. 4-1 Knights. Just put Vegas. That's easier. Victoria Liu. 4-0 Vegas. Is anybody going to go off the chain here? Serrano. 4-2 Vegas. I should get Hall to do my windows for me. He probably doesn't have too much to do now. CL 3-0 Vegas. And Pearlo, I'm going 5-2 Vegas. No, I'm not. What am I talking about? No, I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm going 4-1 Vegas. 4-1 Vegas. Yeah, you can put your Ottawa in. Mercer has 3-1 Vegas. I got you. Okay, I did miss it. I did miss that one. Fired Sorelli. Oh, Sorelli from Cleaning Your Vegas. Oh, that's Sorelli. No, I wouldn't have him clean my windows. I wouldn't have him on my property. You kidding me? Guy's a clown. What was Irish? Did I miss Irish? Irish. I don't see Irish. Did Irish have one here? Irish was 4-2 Vegas? Okay. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have Shirelli anywhere near me. Oh, look at Victoria comes out with the 4-2 Sharks. Well, you already had one in. You can't put another one in, Victoria. Jeez. What the heck are you doing? Peter Chiarelli. Yeah, I do not like Peter Chiarelli at all. If I met Peter Chiarelli, I would be like, what kind of, like, he must be the most charismatic person to ever walk the planet. 13 likes, by the way. Woo! Awesome. Great going, guys. Great going. He must be the most charismatic because after making like some most terrible moves in Boston, especially the Sagan trade and several other things that he did there in Boston, he immediately, like, barely got out the door in Boston, and he convinces frickin' Daryl Katz to make him a coach of the Edmonton Oilers. I don't know how it happened. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, what are you talking about? This guy hasn't did crap for, like, ever here. Why would you be making him the general manager of the Edmonton Oilers? And what a disaster. I don't think there was only one. What move did he do that was good? Brings in Lucic, trades Hall for Larson, brings in Lucic, gives him $6 million a year for 5 years, just garbage. Who was that defenseman they gave up 2 draft picks in 2015 for? Is not even from the Islanders. The Islanders should know here. They're happier than heck in illicit. He should know for sure. Puerto Rican Irishman. Nice. I can't even remember his name now. What a just terrible move after terrible move after terrible move. Crazy. So anybody new here, all you got to do is pick who's going to win from the game I'm about to go to. Tell us what the score is going to be, and we'll send you a fine, brand spanking new, just freshly knit Pearls of Wisdom necklace knit by Helen. So, yeah, I got her. Okay, let's go to the next game now. The next game then would be the Blues versus the Kings. And this was a tough one for me, so I'm going to be really interested to see what everybody has for this one. Peterson is definitely going to be in for LA. That is confirmed. And nobody is confirmed for St. Louis, but Jordan Binnington is projected. Jordan Binnington has a 9.6-4 with a 281 and .906. Not spectacular numbers for a guy who just signed a 5-year, $6 million a year deal. If you look on Left Wing Lock and you look at the picture of Jordan Binnington, he looks like he's like doing a mug shot, like he's high on something. And like, I like goalie. Goalie is fun. Should check it out. Doesn't look very good. Calvin Peterson, he looks all spanky though. He looks really good. He looks like a slick dude. Like you wouldn't know he was a goaltender. Anyways, Calvin Peterson in. He's got a 4.64, 2.64, and a .921. That's why I'm not sure about this game. I'm not sure about this game. Problem is Brown is hurt for LA, and that's big for them because they don't really have much offense there. Dustin Brown is hurt for LA. And for St. Louis, they still have those same injuries. They got lots of injuries. They got lots. Mackenzie McEachern, Carl Gunnarsson, Colton Parayko, Ivan Barbashev, Schwartz, Robert Thomas. If they had all their injuries back, they probably would be rocking it this year. But they're very injured. And as far as what they're doing on the road, St. Louis should be fairly rested. They didn't have a bad schedule last week. And LA's probably the more tired team. So let's go check out what everybody's got here. Revenge game, says Ulysses. Ulysses says revenge game, and he's got the Blues 3-2. Victoria has Kings 4-2. I think that's what it was. Avatar has the Blues 3-1. Irish, Blues 4-0. Hockey News Reports has the Blues 3-1. Ooh, Jacket going big. Blues 5-2. Oh, CL going. Blues 1-0. Barn burner. Mercer has a Blues 4-1. And I got to go the Blues 2 here. I thought there would be more LA. I really did. I am going to go the Blues. Oh. I'm going to go the Blues 2. I'm going to go 3-2. Oh, am I... I got excellent connection. Okay, good. Joey, which Serrano? What do you got, Joey? Do I not put you down here? Where did I miss you? Joey Serrano took... Oh, there you go. One person took the King. Serrano took the Kings 4-2. There we go. I got it. Yeah, your friend Joey Serrano. Just one sec, I gotta do something. You took the Kings too, Victoria? Oh, you did. Okay. Okay, it's like you're the same person or something. Let's go to the next one. So we got the final game, and we'll be talking, and then we'll just chat after that. We're going to discuss some stuff, right? We're just going to talk about stuff after this game. And if you're new here and you want to get in all the other games, you probably can, because we got a little time, so you can start putting your picks in for the other games, and I'll go back and I'll throw you in there. Next game. Everybody knows what it is. It's the Battle of Alberta. Oilers versus Flames. And Markstrom and Smith are going to be in net. Smith has basically taken the number one role from Koskinen. He's 9-3-0, 2.31 save percentage, and 9.921. Markstrom is 11-7-2. 2.69 and a 0.10 Flames, of course, are still playing with their new coach now, Daryl Sutter. Uh, Oilers have been on the road for quite a bit here. Now, they went to Vancouver. Now they played 2 in Calgary. Where the heck are they? There. 3. This is their 3rd on the road. It's also their their 5th game in 8 nights. Calgary, probably the more rested team here, Calgary, I would say. As far as injuries are concerned, I don't think... Oh, yeah. I saw Tyson Barrie was injured, but apparently he was at the morning skate. I don't know. Let me refresh that. Tyson Barrie apparently is injured for the Oilers. It'll be a game time decision, Tyson Barrie, tonight. Kyra's out. He took a crap kicking from who was it that beat him? Who was it that beat him up? Just beat him silly. Can't remember. Cassian, is he going to be back? Cassian might return tonight, boys and girls. Oh, I did not know that. I might have... Oh, boy. Cassian might be in. That would be cool. Going to be some fights tonight. Calgary, Joachim Nordstrom. That's it. Okay. Let's get... This likes to save the best for last, yeah. Implicit has 15-6 Calgary. 3-1 Calgary, okay. You don't like the Oilers either? Has Flames 3-1. So Mercer has Oilers 4-2. Serrano has Flames 3-2. Irish has Oilers 5-3. Ulysses has Calgary 3-2. Flames 3-2. CL has Oilers 6-2. Victoria has Flames 6-2. Wow. Give everybody a little time to get them all in there. Pearlo. What did I do on this? Did I go the over or did I go the under? Can you just wait? I'm going to tell you in a second what I got. I got to go check something out. Going over to my Patreon. If you guys want to have fun, go over to the Patreon and check me out. Download the Patreon app and look up BPOW Picks. Okay, okay, I'm going to say the Flames 4-3. The Flames 4-3. Yes, Susie was suspended one game for the Minnesota Wild. So are you guys gonna watch? Was it L.A. Colorado tonight? Or no? Who is it tonight? Did we do? No, Blues. Is it? Is John doing the LA game tonight? Hi, bro. Hi, bro. How you doing, man? Doing great. Put in your picks for today. See you, Victoria. Thank you for coming in. It's been fantastic. Much enjoyed it. Very much have. We got 15 minutes. So why don't we do? Why don't we do? What do you want to talk about now? We'll talk about. We can talk about Buffalo. Oh, 5-2 Islanders. Islanders? No Islanders game tonight. What are you talking about? You'll be at both. Sweet. Hot Take Hockey is doing Flyers and Rangers tonight? Right. The GOAT 2. The GOAT and the GOAT 2. Nice. Hot Take Hockey's awesome. He comes on. He hasn't been on here for a while. I'm going to have to give him. I'm going to have to send him down to the Spankin Institute. Off the Wall's doing Calgary versus Edmonton? Are you sure about that? No, Off the Wall is not. That's probably Hot Take doing Calgary versus Edmonton. That's probably, yeah. I said hi. What are you talking about? I very much said hi. So, okay, who wants, what's your favorite team, Victoria, by the way? I didn't, I thought John could only, are you doing, I thought John can get Canadian teams there. Are you telling me that that Calgary Edmonton game is going to be on NBC? The Whalers. So the Oilers Flames game is going to be on NBC tonight? Okay, the Flyers Rangers tonight. The reason why I'm taking the Flyers is because Adam Fox is out for the Rangers. I just can't see. If the Flyers can't beat an Adam Foxless Rangers team, then I give up. Sorry, pack it in. Don't bother trying to buy at the deadline. You got to beat that team. You got to beat that team. I don't care that you have a weak defense because Niskanen retired and all the wow. The Rangers have a weak defense already. If you don't have Fox, they don't have Fox in there, and you can't go in and beat that team with Georgiev in net. You are there. Your season, forget about it. Forget about it. Well, that was, I'm so mad at now. I'm still mad at Tampa Bay. How much money that they've lost my clients. It's ridiculous. Tampa Bay goes in to Nashville with no Duchesne, no Yossi, no Fabro. Who else was out? Like, they had nobody on their lineup. Old man Rene playing like every single game, and you lose to the like. McElhaney for sure has got to go. McElhaney's got to go for sure. That's ridiculous, man. McElhaney is like, they got to get a backup goaltender stat. However they can get it, whatever they got to do, they got to go get a backup goaltender. But still, you still can't lose that. Yeah. What does Tyrion still have a job for there for the Flyers? That's true. Their power play is garbage. Hot Takes Hockey. Apparently, did somebody said to what he was doing? And then they go into Dallas. I picked Dallas the next day. And I was wrong, but I didn't put much on it. It was just like a little tiny bit. But I was so mad. Very seldom do I put in spite picks, but it was a spite pick. It's like I don't even want Tampa to win now. I'm so fed up with them. Yeah, what was it? Who was it last night that shot it right? Was it Boston? Was it Marchand? Empty net? Shot it right over the... That'll be on all the bloopers for a while, right? No, I don't have time to do fantasy. You keep on bringing people into this fine programming and watching my videos, supporting Steel Flyers Network, and all of those things like that. And I will eventually have time to do fantasy hockey. Once I have time, I would like to do fantasy hockey, but I don't have time. Yeah. I should do that simple one that the GOAT does. But I didn't get into it on time. That was an easy one. But I usually do, if I go into hockey pools or whatever, I usually do really well. Favorite coach of all time? Wow. It could be Barry Trotz, but Roger Nielsen, Scotty Bowman, trying to think who else. Herb Brooks. I loved Herb Brooks. But John Tortorella, I love John Tortorella, although I like Barry Trotz more. So I'd have to say, I think Barry Trotz might be my favorite of all time. I'm probably missing somebody. There's probably somebody that I'm going to say, what's your favorite? Oh, probably Pelech. Pelech is one of the most underrated defensemen in the league. Pelech is like almost Slaven-esque. I like Ekholm, but not Pelech. Ekholm's not a 1-2. Pelech is a 1-2. Probably Hot Takes is doing Oilers Flames. He usually does Canadian games. Yeah, Pelech is a 1-2. I don't think Ekholm's a 1-2. On some teams he might be, but you don't want him to be. CL, you asked me who my favorite coach of all time was. So tell me, who's your favorite coach of all time? Who's everybody's favorite coach of all time? I'd have to really think about it though. Like, there's a whole lot of great coaches that I like. I'm an Oilers fan. I'm an Oilers and Flyers fan, so Oilers would be my favorite Canadian team. Oilers, Flyers, Victoria. Pretty much equal. Oilers and Flyers. I used to be a Leafs fan, and I got fed up with them. And at the time, you had Rick Tocchet, Craig Berube, all those old hardcore Flyers guys. I loved them, and so I just started like some of probably my top 20. If you went top 20 favorite players, probably 4 of them would be Flyers. Eric Lindros, Rick Tocchet, Rod Brindamore, Craig Berube. Those are all my favorite players. Okay, see you, Victoria. Thanks for coming in. Lavi was good. Yeah, I like Lavi. In Philadelphia, yeah. I like Paul Maurice a lot. Brindamore is awesome, man. He's one of my faves ever. For sure, no doubt about it. Oh my gosh, we don't have much time. You're asking me favorite goalie of all time. Dominic Hasek. Dominic Hasek's the best goaltender of all time, and he's kind of my favorite too. Yeah. Yours is Patrick Waugh. He was kind of a jerk, though. That was a problem with Patrick Waugh. I liked, okay, favorite, yeah, it's still Hasek, but I'd say Rogie Vachon is right up there. I love Luongo. I love Luongo for how he handled that whole Vancouver situation that was going on there. Luongo's funnier than heck too, I guess. I guess he's one of the funniest guys ever. Hopefully everyone subscribed to this fine programming. I'm going to have to go now. We will talk about all of this. Bring all your fancy talk about current goalies. Oh, Marc-Andre Fleury is my favorite player in the NHL. So, Marc-Andre Fleury is my favorite player in the NHL. Although Brady Tkachuk is coming darn close. I love Matt and Brady Tkachuk. But Marc-Andre Fleury may be one of my favorites of all time, actually. And I'm a Flyers fan. So that tells you something. But as a person, as a human being, I love him. It was not Brizgarov. Okay, everybody. We got to head out now. That's my full 42. Remember, okay, you know about John tonight. Be watching for I'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll find out what our picks are. We'll hand out a bunch of Pearlo Wisdom necklaces, and they'll be frolicking the land. We are going to win tonight. The Flyers are going to win tonight. And everything's going to be great in the land. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for coming in. That's my full 42. Have a great day, everybody. Lots of love to you. Okay, bye.